Hey everybody, High Lord Tamerlane back with more Obscurities in miniature. Today we're finally going to do something we should have done a long time ago, and that's build a Forgefiend. I've always wanted one, and I never bought one, but yet here is one in front of me. This is the new repackaged one to make it all look all fancy with the new Chaos Marine stuff that we've got going on. So we have the traditional red one that I believe was on the cover of the old box, and we have the more exciting for me, the Maulerfiend versus the Forgefiend. I really don't know which one I'm going to build. I like the big monster face. I like the giant claws. Not a big fan of the tentacles. Like the extra limbs. Like the big shooty cannons. Don't care for the face much. Maybe I'm going to try mashing them up together and see if I can get this face on there. Can I? I don't know. Let's find out what's in the box, because I'm honestly curious, as I've never seen the sprue layout for this guy, or what size base he's on for that matter. So the first thing that strikes me is the sheer size of the instruction manual. I mean, obviously there's a lot of parts. It's the full-size booklet versus the smaller pamphlets. I know, like my Lord Discordant and the Venom Crawler, you know, a lot less parts. Let's see what size base he's on. So we have two major sprues and a sheet of transfers, which is kind of nice. What's on this base size? I'm not even sure. It's a larger one, know that. So we've got the actual big sprues, big cannons here. I'm wondering if I don't use them, if I could do something else with them. Maybe I'll make some kind of custom Juggernaut for Khorne out of them. So more than likely, I'm just going to paint it up in Black Legion colors, since that's what I keep painting anyways. I was tempted to paint it in red, have a hang out with my Khorne demon stuff and the Juggernauts, but who knows? There's always room for more, right? Body itself is pretty large. I'm surprised by that. I was expecting a lot more tiny little fiddly bits, but nope, thankfully they're not there. Parts look nice and well cast, nice and big. I'm assuming that's part of the Gatling guns. Claws are a good size. I mean, it's obviously bigger than a Juggernaut. I really don't have any models that I'm familiar with that I can compare this to. I do like the fact that it looks like there are two cannons. I've never actually seen one of these in person in the wild, so this is kind of new for me. It does look like there are two cannon types, so that's cool. We have the claws and the lashing tendrils there. So I don't know. I think it's time to grab those clippers, and now that we've seen what it looks like on the sprue, let's put it together and figure out which version I'm going to build, because I really truly can't decide. Alright, check it out. We finally got our Maulerfiend, Forgefiend, Fiend Mauler, Forgefiend, Maulerfiend, whatever it's called. Got him built. We finally decided. I didn't care for the cannon for a face. He needed a big monster head, but we did end up building him with the cannons, and the reason was because he ends up with 4 legs and these limbs, and the more limbs, the merrier in my book. So, construction-wise, it wasn't too bad. There wasn't a whole lot of variation. I was a bit saddened by that. Everything is on a ball socket, but there's not a lot of really mobility, especially with the legs. The legs were pretty solid for the most part. And I guess if you wanted to have them rearing up or something, that is a possibility. I'm tempted, if I do pick up another one, to use the whichever body is the one that has the tentacles or the magma cutters on it, just so I have another pair of legs and an extra head, and we'll see what we can do with that. But I think it's going to go well with my Black Legion stuff, and if you've never built a Forgefiend, Maulerfiend, robot monster dragon dog thingy, it at least should give you a good sense of scale. It's a big model. I was a bit wary of the original price tag, but after having built it, I gotta say, yeah, it wasn't a bad kit, and it definitely, I guess, when all is said and done, does give you a pretty substantially decent sized model. I mean, it's about the size of a small GW tank, and I mean, that's kind of the same purpose the thing serves. My only disappointment is there's not any use for it in Sigmar, and I always thought, you know, it looks like something that it would be a big Khorne demon engine that could end up in, you know, the old world, or, you know, I don't know what the Age of Sigmar worlds are called at the moment. The name is escaping me. The realms. But overall, pretty cool. I thought it might be fun to have it for like a big, giant, evil war machine for like 15mm stuff, to be honest. I thought that would be kind of fun. Because this guy with some 15mm dudes is just like, you know, super duper imposing. some little Coruscant guys here to hang out with him. So I don't know, despite the fact that, you know, it's a very specific 40k unit, I think you still could get a lot of bang for your buck as some kind of an evil golem, cannon, monster, machine, you know, alchemy-infused baddie for something. The only big hang-up, I think, would be the price. It's not a cheap kit. It's like 60 plus regularly, probably more than that. But, you know, if you snoop around online long enough, you probably can get a good deal. And especially if you get one that somebody regrets or did a horrible job building, you might be able to get a better deal then. So, Forgefiend, Maulerfiend, cool kit. Fair bit of options, especially with the weapons. I wish they had more heads. Wish there was a little bit more posability in the legs. But overall, he is a pretty neat looking monster, despite his weird electrical plug tail. So, with that said, I'm going to say my goodbyes again, because it's time to go. Hi, Lord Tamberlane, with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying bye-bye.